Okay.
Agnes, can you hear it? What's his name? What's his name, Pat? Okay. You know what time it is. Boom shakalaka! Yes, yes, yes. It's Friday again. Happy Friday, everybody.
Yes, happy Friday. I hope you are enjoying yourselves, and the life is going great.
Great, 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 great Friday. Boom shakalaka kind of Friday. Kick off your weekend right here with us on Rocki and Chaveevah North End Update Live, because there's always something good happening on the North End.
And everywhere else.
And you can see we're sitting right in the middle of Sumner Street.
That's right.
On a wonderful fall day. The wind is blowing.
The traffic is light, as you can see.
Right. I don't think we'll get hit, though.
No.
I know almost everybody on Sumner Street.
Okay, good. So then we'll know who it was that ran you over.
Right. First of all, we got to tell you we got a great, great show ahead today. We've got Pat Kinney from the Grout Museum.
Yes.
And he's, what is he? The director of the Grout Museum, the institutional advancement.
Institutional advancement, yes.
With the Sullivan Brothers Iowa Veterans Museum. And also, Pat is one of our favorite historians. He always tells, we look up, you need to know something, call Pat Kinney.
That's right.
You know,
especially as it concerns our veterans.
Right, and we also are expecting DeCarlos Anderson, and I think we may have had a little cross communications. I think he's actually here now.
Yes.
So yes, we're going to have him join us in just a little bit. But first, we're going to talk to you about what we experienced on Tuesday night, Chaveevah.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Girl, what?
Okay, we got to say a big congratulations to our, once again, Mayor, Quentin Hart, on winning his 4th term in office.
Right,
Yes,
yes. He did a great, phenomenal job in the election. Shout out to his wonderful crew, Sharina Salas. I think Ryan Stevenson helped out a lot with that. And what a team. And of course, we have actually quite a few African Americans on the city council now.
Well, yes, actually, we just have some newly elected council members, period. And that would be Nia Wilder in Ward 3, John Childs in Ward 1, and Rob Nichols at large. And actually, yes, that was a historic election.
It certainly was. And we want to also tell our viewers that today for our Give It Air, we're going to talk about potholes.
That's right.
Not the ones you see in the springtime, Chaveevah.
Absolutely not. Potholes on the road of life, yes. So
Exactly.
we'll get to that, yep.
Right. And last but not least, news flash. We have the 2 best men in town, and I hear they can both sing quite well to our birthday people.
Okay, little birdie told you that?
Yeah, we're going to have quite a harmony situation going, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know, this is Men's Health Month.
Yes.
And we're going to be talking about men's health today and the potholes.
That's part of the potholes, that's right.
Right. Okay, well, listen, Chaveevah, I know we have to introduce our guests just about right now. And I think they've both settled in, and we're looking forward to talking to them now. And welcome, Pat and DeCarlos. Yes.
Thank you both so much for joining us today. And I'm looking forward to all of the great information that both of you all are going to share.
Right, and you know, we're also got a shout out to our crew. You see Agnes running around. Agnes is this great person that does everything in Ed's absence today. So we got a shout out to Agnes. She's a redhead running around in the studio just doing everything. Can we give her a hand?
Yay!
Yay, Agnes! She's
She's giving herself a hand, that's right.
right. Okay, so DeCarlos and Pat, you already told us you got your edition today, so I know you subscribe to the Soul Town.
Got to know yesterday.
You did, yes. From California. Chaveevah, tell our viewers about the Soul Town.
Well, it looks like a great cover story, A Summer in the Motherland. This young lady, Asleen Nelson, is sort of a roving reporter. I think this is Chillin's niece, and she does quite a bit of, whenever there's something great happening somewhere outside the country, a lot of times it's Asleen who ends up covering it, either her or Gabby. And this is a comedian, Michael Blackson.
Okay.
So, yep, she got a chance. I have not read the article, but I will.
Pat, have you read it at all?
Not yet, but caught my eye.
Okay, yeah, and you get it at the office there at the Grout? Or
I get it at home.
at home,
Right,
okay.
Yeah,
So you'll be kicking back tonight, you got other stuff going on?
yeah.
Yeah.
But Cherie's an old courier colleague like Chaveevah, so we all got to stick together.
That's right, and support each other. And DeCarlos, welcome today.
Thank you, thank you.
And what do you think, what you got to say about the Soul Town?
I think the Soul Town is a great addition. It really showcases what we have going on in our community. I actually used to write for Soul Town, so again, Chilling got it going on, and I think it's something great to continue.
Oh,
moving forward.
yes, it is. And so for our viewers, if you don't know, to subscribe, you can just go to thesoultownmagazine.com and get your edition today. Don't wait.
All right.
All right. Today in our Give It Air, Chaveevah, we were talking today about, November is Men's Health Month. I think this is the third time I've said it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and we want to talk to men this month about health concerns. A lot of things. Chaveevah, we had the discussion this morning about potholes.
Right. When we were just trying to come up with a little bit of information to kind of shed a little bit of light on men's health, especially African American men. I kept looking and looking, and I was not finding any good news.
Right, because we like to make our show about good things. So we were kind of saying, well, let's talk about advancements that we've made as a whole in men's health.
Right.
Yeah.
We couldn't find anything. Now,
In
it's all
general?
bad things.
Right. In general, lifespan has extended a little bit from like back in the day. However, a lot of the things that end up getting black men are early onset of different diseases like heart disease and hypertension and diabetes. So that's what we call the potholes. Now, sometimes the road may need to be paved over and stuff like that, and you can't do anything about it at the moment except tell people, look out for those potholes. So
Right.
that's kind of where we're at, making sure that we shine a light and urge people to get yourself checked out, get your blood pressure checked. Nobody likes to go to the doctor, but a lot of men period, I think, if your eyeball is not hanging out on the string, you're not going to the doctor.
Wait till
Right.
the
How about you, Pat? Are you a regular visitor to the, you got a good
I just
Flat
had
line
my
to go
checkup
by?
2 weeks ago, and I got triple Pfizered, and I got
triple Pfizer?
pneumonia shot. I got my flu shot. I got blood taken. I got turned into a pincushion in 2 days.
Oh, my,
But-
yeah.
But yeah, you got to do it.
And your vaccines, too, we need to talk about that. And how are you feeling after your triple Pfizer shots?
The booster was fine. The second Pfizer shot, I was pretty woozy for about 24 hours, but the booster was good.
Okay.
I went right through it. So
All right, I've heard both. How about you? Are you pretty much under keeping track of your doctor stuff?
Absolutely. I think it's one of the things that, as you guys mentioned before, those are dynamics that for, in particularly, black males that tend to catch up with us, before we actually get ahead of it. And so I'm all about being proactive instead of reactive. And so me personally, that's something to where, I want to be here a long time. I want to have my health and continue to build on that wealth and just finish strong.
Right,
So,
yeah. And you got kids, not only your own children perhaps, but other kids are looking
Absolutely.
at you. So,
Absolutely.
you got to be that example, a shining example.
Yeah.
Chaveevah, are there any comments, I wonder?
Oh,
Isn't that a
that's
nice
good
way to say it?
question. Yes, that is a perfect way to say it. And so now,
Okay. And then Also, we wanted to talk about making sure that you get to your doctors for your prostate exams and all of those things. And whatever happened to No Shave November? Oh, you guys are all into that, right? Are you guys, is that what, I mean, this is only the, what, 4th?
Yeah.
So I'm sure you didn't just grow that in 4 days.
This is COVID growth.
Oh, COVID
I
growth, right.
started March last year.
Okay, well, you're looking good, both of you.
Thank you.
And I think anybody that sees you in November will be like, yeah, I'm going to get checked up, if that's what it means. Chaveevah?
So far,
Okay.
no good.
Okay. Well, I'm hoping, yeah, we got everything going right. Agnes, you're awful busy.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so you can hear me or you can't? I can't hear. Okay.
Oh,
So we speak-
okay. We
all right.
noticed that she's awful
La, la, la,
busy.
la, la. There I am.
All right.
Keep
there-
going.
There she
Okay.
goes. Oh, we weren't even pausing. Okay, we're going to start out with you, Pat. We got some questions for you. And we know that you do a lot over there, and Veterans Day is coming up this Thursday, right? Next Thursday. So talk about your job first a little bit, and then tell us what's going on.
Okay. I've been at the Grout about 3.5 years, after 33 years and 9 months at the Courier as a reporter and editor. Started out doing research, and then they needed to move me into fundraising and development, and that's what I've been doing. I still freelance write for the Courier and some other publications. Right now at the museum, we have a new exhibit that's going to start November 16th called Over Land and Sea, Iowans in the Pacific in World War II.
Right.
It will run through December 31st of 2022. This is starting right before the 80th anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor. Run through a lot of historic events that happened 80 years ago. Major features that we have in the exhibit, and every time I go back there, they're adding something. They're building a replica Higgins boat like they used in the amphibious invasions and the island campaigns. We've got a machine gun nest. There's a fellow down in Eldora that's got everything, practically like an armory, and he supplies us with exhibits.
Wow.
Dwight Clark from down by Eldora. We've got a lot of equipment. We have large maps of the islands on which some of the battles were fought.
Wow.
World War II veterans and their families can be part of this exhibit. We're giving families and veterans an option to buy about large-size replica World War II victory medals. We'll put their name, branch of service, years of service, and we have a display wall, and we'll put all those on there. I'm going to get one for my dad.
Oh, how nice.
And,
Yeah, I should
yeah.
probably get one for my dad.
Yeah, we're both kids of World War II vets.
Yeah. They're,
Our sponsors for the exhibit are the Gallagher Family Foundation. That's a
and
family.
your dad too, Chaveevah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Our sponsors are the Gallagher Family Foundation. That's the family of Ed Gallagher, who was a lawyer in town and Navy veteran in World War II.
Oh, yeah.
T-Mobile. Hovey Brahm, who was a longtime Waterloo architect, who was a World War II veteran, served under General Patton. American Legion of Iowa Foundation. Dave Green, who was a U.S. Marine Corps World War II veteran. He was in Iwo
Yes.
Jima.
Yeah, we had him on our show once.
Yeah, he's dynamite. Robert Hibbs, veteran of Foreign Wars Post, 3896 of Cedar Falls. Bob and Liz Beecher Peterson, they're the daughter and son-in-law of Waterloo lawyer Louis Beecher, who was in the Army Air Force and in the China-Burma India Theater in World War II, and retired Major General Evan Curley Hultman,
Oh,
who
yeah.
was the head of the National Reserve Officers Association and the NATO Reserve Officers Association in the 80s.
Yes.
Those are all of our sponsors.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Curly was a classmate of my dad in Anna Mae's.
Yeah.
So they were all good friends. Wow. And thank you so much for that, for talking about that stuff. And also, I see there's a couple of events going on that people might want to know about coming up this coming Thursday, right?
Yes.
At Columbus High School.
Yes.
There's a vet's breakfast at 7:30 to 9 in the school cafeteria with a 9 a.m. program in the gymnasium. And then Memorial Hall, there'll be a 10:30 a.m. program, is that right?
Right.
And Yolando Lovelace is the speaker, and he's the director of the VA now.
And a 30-year career Navy warrant
yeah.
officer.
Yeah, don't want to forget that part. Right. Great people in the community. And also there's a dance, and the city band now, is that Felicia Smith-Nall singing?
Or
is
that could be.
Yeah, she sings all that, that World War II music.
Okay.
She sang at the Honor Flight, the fundraiser events at Electric Park, and
Yeah, she can, now that's somebody that can
Oh,
sing.
that's my classmate.
Okay.
She's
Okay.
super talented. So,
Right, I
has
saw
been, has
TikTok. She
been,
was
yeah.
dancing today on TikTok.
Oh,
So
really? I
okay,
missed that.
We
Yeah.
are definitely fans.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Pat. And we want to tell people the website. I think Agnes has everything.
GroutMuseumDistrict.org. And on Veterans Day, it will be free admission for all veterans. It's usually half price. Free admission for all veterans and active duty personnel. And T-Mobile is supplying a food truck that day, courtesy of First Base Barbecue.
Okay. Oh, First Base Barbecue. I know
Okay.
something about that. Right,
Yeah.
yeah. So, also, we're doing something on our wall for veterans, Chaveevah.
Yes, absolutely. Beginning Sunday, we're going to start honoring our veterans by showcasing their photos on our Rocki and Chaveevah page. So if you have photos of veterans in your family, please tag us in those, and they'll show up on our wall. And we want to say thank you for your service.
Right, and even if you have active service members, share those as well. We'll be sharing their photos in our stories all next week until Thursday. So honor your veteran by doing that. All right, well, thank you so much, Pat.
Thank you, guys. This is
Yeah.
great.
All right, okay, Chaveevah Giddy.
Yes,
We got
absolutely.
Carlos here, and he's one of our contributing, sustaining people, our very first one since COVID. We haven't been out there.
Yes.
But you really wanted to get the word out about FAFSA, whatever.
FAFSA,
You
yeah.
know. Yeah,
Tell our audience a little bit about your role as the Director of Educational Talent
Yeah,
Search.
so I am the Director of Educational Talent Search. Pretty new in my role still. Started in February. Took over for a gal named Sunny Kagaban, who was there, for a few years. But prior to that, I call him the Godfather. Mr. Tony Stevens held that role for
Oh,
Yes.
a long
yes.
time, and again, just one of the pillars of our community and someone that I really admire and look up to. And so I currently took over the role, and so my big thing right now with educational talent search is just really getting the word out. I feel like sometimes students have needs and some of the barriers that they're having to reaching that next level of education we could provide, and many of our services are free. Okay. And so I really want to work to really just kind of rebrand educational talent search, and I say all the time, bring it into the 21st century,
Yes.
and really help get the word out through just different things that we're doing within our program right now. And
Yep.
so
That's what I was going to ask you. How has that been going? And each new director, I'm sure, kind of casts things. I mean, you have objectives, but at the same time, you have your own different means of meeting those objectives.
absolutely, and I think our objective, again, we're a federally funded program, and our goal is to ensure first generation low income students are getting into post-secondary institutions. And so, it's 2-year, 4-year, also, certification programs as well. And it's been going pretty well. I think there's pieces that I'm working on to ensure that we're not only the people who are promoting the program, right? And I think that's some of the things that happen too, is just that, once we got parents, I started a parent leadership committee, which is new. And, one of the things that we're doing with that is just really just empowering the parents, right? We have a great group of parents who are, leaders and bring a ton of expertise and knowledge themselves. And I think that, again, them just being advocates for the program and being able to also spread the word just helps us, take that program to the next level, so.
How many students are served, sort of just a ballpark figure?
So we are charged to serve 1,200 students.
Okay.
Yep. So each
How
year,
many?
1,200.
1,200.
1,200, so.
And that grade level?
Grade level 6 through 12.
6 through 12.
Yep. Throughout
okay.
Waterloo schools. So Busy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now serving these students includes things like what kind of activities?
Yep,
You mentioned FAFSA.
Yep. So FAFSA is one thing, and that's more for our senior students.
Right.
And so just throughout the program, we have college tours. We do a lot of cultural exposure events, tutoring. We help with like study skills, career interests, development, academic advising, ACT, SAT, prep, fees.
See, there's Agnes with the goods right there. Yes.
Yes, thank you,
So that's one
Agnes.
of the things that we have coming up. That'll probably be our last tour for the semester. And this, it's a bunch of things. And I think the biggest thing I tell folks all the time is just that it's free, right? And so all you have to do is just, meet the criteria, which is first generation or low income. And I tell people all the time, with first generation, oftentimes people get that confused. So if
What does that mean?
if you don't have a 4-year degree, right? So even with an AA degree, you still consider a parent that has an AA degree, you're still considered first generation.
Oh,
Okay.
well,
Right.
see,
Yep.
I had no clue. I thought you had to be somebody that just never went past high school.
Yep. So even if a parent has college experience or, again, if you don't have a 4-year degree, bachelor degree, you're considered first generation. So,
Okay.
yep.
Well, great.
Well, we've got a few folks that are watching, and we just want to say hi and thank you so much. Umaro Balde says, good afternoon, beautiful people, and Betty Meyer-Antova says, good afternoon.
Oh, hi.
Thanks you all
Betty.
for watching.
Yes, thank you so much.
Maru, good guy.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you for watching. So, Chaveevah, I think are there upcoming events that
Yep.
are coming up?
So we have our the big push. I thank you guys for inviting me on. Is our FAFSA parent night, and so FAFSA is basically is money for college, right? And so when you think about that, oftentimes I tell people it's one of the things that sometimes working in the higher education field that I won't say people drop the ball, but they don't understand the importance of it, right? It's not prioritized,
Okay. Has
And
it changed a lot? You think?
I think it's evolving. We have an event. There's other organizations that have also FAFSA events, and so the main thing is just that it opens October 1st, and so it's gradually got earlier and earlier, and then there's a priority, right? So the earlier you sign up, the more eligible you are for funds.
See,
Right?
and what you just said was very relatable terms for anybody that's trying to think about getting their students signed up. Money for college.
Money for college.
So
Yeah.
yes,
Which for me is huge because I'm a huge proponent of college is great, and I think that again it's one of the things that we push on our children and our youth. But also college ain't for everybody, right? But if you do choose to go that route, you want to make sure that you handle your business, right? Because it ain't free, right?
Yes,
And that's the biggest thing that I say is that. So I always really enforce the fact that it's important for our kids to get an education, get their diploma and certification with minimum amount of debt, right? So when you look at like FAFSA,
That is so
yeah,
important.
it's one of the things that we talk about as well, but also too, it's called Iowa Opportunity Scholarship, which folks can sign up for. That open at the same time as FAFSA. So if you're Pell eligible, they give us the $4,700 a year, right? But at a minimum, $1,000, right? So again, these are different things that are happening, information that we will provide to our parents. Once they attend this event and actually help them walk them through the process, because it's such a tedious process to where if you put a wrong letter in your name, right, that could really mess up your opportunity to get aid, right, and then that's a whole nother thing, right. So we have folks that are going to help support them with that process and getting it filled out correctly. So.
How awesome is that? Actually, you're saying that you're going to hold their hands and walk them through it, and how important is that? We'd love to have that's so important to have in your child's
extra
life
support,
going forward.
absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, well, great. And DeCarlos, thank you so much for trusting us to help you get the word out, because we're going to have FAFSA all over the internet,
Yes.
all over Instagram. So you will have hopefully a great turnout for all of your events.
Yeah.
And we'd like to also extend our invitation, because now you're stuck with us. You might just have to come co-host again and talk about FAFSA again real soon.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it. I know, ladies do great work, and I think for me, anybody that knows me, I'm pro Waterloo, so I'm doing anything to support the community. So, if we can support y'all support us. I think that's really how this movement really grows. So.
That's
Right,
right.
absolutely.
And we're going to be at UniQ as well soon for
Right.
the Fast Five event or something. We'll be going live there soon.
Go
to
live,
help.
yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes people will end up seeing something and like, oh, that's right, I was supposed to go tonight, and
Yeah. Yeah.
come on
Well,
out.
I appreciate it.
And so also, I know every picture I tried to crop for our promotions, I found you and your fellas. You want to shout out to your boys?
Yeah,
I mean, Astor and every.
Yeah, well, I definitely want to shout out, my educational talent search team.
Oh, sure.
I got a great group of people that I work with who do the work. And so, real quick, this Astor, he's actually a part of the team as well. He's our counselor for East High and West High with the 9th and 10th grade students. Lori Dale is the counselor for 11th and 12th grade at East High.
And there's contact information.
Yeah, John Cox is the counselor for West High, 11th and 12th grade. Carlos Frazier does Bunger and Carver. And Sarah Kona does Hoover and Central. And I can't forget Miss Rachel Moore, who's our admin, and she kind of helps hold us all accountable. So,
Right.
But my boys, again, I'll just say LOC.
Okay.
The four horsemen.
All
You
right,
know who you are,
yes, I saw
so,
you. Looks
yeah.
like you guys are always doing something great. And when I see you anywhere, you're always doing something positive.
Absolutely,
So
yeah.
thank you for that input. All right. Now we got all that stuff out of the way so we could get ready for the big birthday song. And I usually size people up pretty good.
So we supposed to sing?
You know good and well you got to
absolutely.
sing.
Oh,
'Cause it's
when
too busy.
when you say you had two people that was gonna sing, I thought you were talking about somebody else. I didn't think you was talking about.
No, you got a solo too. You go sing tonight. No.
Oh, Lord.
So no, we actually just have 12 birthday people. Some very important, the best birthday people ever.
That's right.
And so we'll talk about who they are, and then we sing the Stevie Wonder version, and we get you kind of wound up a little bit. So.
And don't worry, if your voice is not real
I know
good,
you're a
don't
good
worry
singer.
about it because our voices are not real good either.
Well,
But we'll
speak
give
for
it-
yourself.
You're right. You're right. I should just speak for myself.
Okay, Agnes, you got to come out here and at least hum. No. All right, we're going to say happy birthday to Dr. Chandra Holmes,
Yes, yes. Happy birthday.
Deborah Hodges Harmon, yes, and Anthony Thomas, he was on our show.
Yep. Just
Ronald Fink, the sailor, Popeye.
Okay.
You know Ronald?
Right,
Okay,
yes.
Dara Berry, that's my homegirl's girl, and Cynthia Golden, my biker friend.
All right. We also want to say happy birthday to Sharon Silva.
Yes, the
Yes.
best.
And to Breon Martin. You know
My
him, don't
son-in-law,
you?
Yes,
Yeah.
bring on. Love you. See you later. Got your
All
present.
Leah Clark, happy birthday.
Yes.
Our guy Carson Morrissey.
We love us some Carson.
Yes, happy birthday. Rush Cleveland
Oh my, that's old school.
and
Okay.
Eric Giddens.
Eric
happy birthday.
Giddens. Exactly. See, I told you. Do you know all those people? Aren't they the best?
Yes, they are good folks.
Every week we have
Absolutely.
the best birthday people.
That's right, because we got the best friends,
Absolutely.
the best guests, the
Yes,
best. What
the
can we say?
best.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you would agree
It couldn't fit more perfectly
to have a world party.
on the day you came to be.
Happy birthday to
ya.
Happy
birthday to
Y'all
ya.
sound good.
Happy birthday,
happy birthday to
ya.
All right.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
All right. Woo, that's the best song I heard.
We got through it, y'all.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
that was rough. Yeah.
I can
Carlos,
hear
you
it.
said that was rough, huh?
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah.
I'm not singing. My family sings though, but I think it skipped over
See,
skipped
that
over
happens,
me.
happens
So,
sometimes.
yeah.
Carlos, trust me, you was holding down that bass.
There you go.
When you watch this again, you're going to be like, man, that sounds
I didn't know it sounded that great.
right. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys. That's for the confidence boost. So,
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for all you do in the community, and thank you, Pat.
Yes.
Thank you,
both
guys.
of you for being on the show today and going along with all of our antics and singing.
Mm-hmm.
Next time you're going to dance.
Oh,
I can dance.
I can
I
take
can dance
lessons
now.
now.
you can
I
dance.
dance now. I get up and cut a rug now.
All right.
Okay.
Singing though, that ain't my
Whole
thing.
other story.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, we want to encourage our viewers to keep doing a lot more of what makes you awesome, like Carlos.
Yes, right, like
Carlos,
Carlos and like Pat.
Pat.
Because, folks, it makes us all look good.
We'll see you next time.